Pistons. They're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Good evening, everyone. It's good to have you here at 2K Sports on this Wednesday. And the Grizzlies on friendly ground as they continue this homestand. This is the first time that these two teams have faced each other this season. And, of course, the Grizzlies. Surprisingly, Clark, they each won on the road. Home court not providing much. The Grizzlies making a switch. On the court for the Pistons. Stuckey and Rip are in the backcourt. Wallace out there with Jason Maxiell and Prince. And here is Conley, averaging 6 points per contest. Back to Mayo. Lets loose for three. Rebound by Wallace. Well, Coach John Kuester played for North Carolina back in college. Yeah, he was a defensive-minded guard, helped them reach the NCAA Finals in '77.
And, Kevin, he also played a handful of seasons.
And he flushes it through. Strike slam cam with the replay.
That's a good look. Very nice look.
Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Looking for their first basket of the game. Well, Clark, last season, a grisly one for the Pistons. Their record was really something.
Yeah, it was a tough season. And if the season was tough, how about the traveling? On the road, just 10-31, Kevin. That was the third worst record on the road in the East.
Backing down is Maxiell. Shoots it, drains the easy jumper.
They've been dominant at both ends of the floor, so the early lead is no surprise.
The Grizzlies off to a slow start. 11-point game. So, Clark, how do the Pistons get back to their winning ways?
Well, you first start off with personnel. It's going to be difficult based on the players they have to really make headway, but they've got to be healthy, and then they've got to become better at the defensive end of the floor.
And better on the road, too, huh?
Well, defense will help you do that.
Yes, right.
Kevin, last season was Zach Randolph's fourth consecutive season averaging a double-double.
And the first one drops. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And Clark, back to Zach Randolph for a second. He set a franchise record for double-doubles in a season with 57.
He set more than a few records, Kevin. He had just an incredible season, first-time All-Star as well. He was terrific all season long.
Here's Big Daddy. Mayo stifles the shot.
They're struggling early to line it up and knock it down here. The case of the early game jitters, perhaps.
Pass to Prince. Gay picks him up defensively. Arcs it high. A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line.
Tayshaun Prince is one of the few pieces left from those great Piston teams along with Rip Hamilton. But he had an injury-riddled season last year.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Mayo. Last game we saw him score 14. Here's Conley. Rodney Stuckey covering. Gay against Hamilton. And that one's good by Gay. And it's too bad with Prince. The Pistons really could have used him in Clark, what was a disaster of a season for him a year ago.
Yeah, it was hard to watch. I mean, I think his absence and the record illustrates exactly what he brings to the table. Leadership, consistency, and versatility. They're really doing a nice job, a really good job of getting everything they want in this quarter. Just good, solid basketball.
Here's Gay. The shot is off. Pistons go the other way with the ball. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Their pitfall, their downfall was foul trouble. That pretty much limited their options, made the game disjointed, and it put them at a major disadvantage as the game went on. The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. Prince kicks to Hamilton. Here's Stuckey. Hamilton outside. With the fadeaway, Prince misses.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
Now Conley.
Hey, come around, stay there.
To the right wing. Here's Big Daddy. He had an 18-point outing in the 15 feet out.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Magic. Right now, they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And, of course, the Detroit Pistons, 8 games out. Here is Stuckey. 14 points from him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. Nice shot by Wallace.
They've been unstoppable. What a strong start.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Down by 12. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
They can't be pleased or happy with their performance at the line. They did nothing to help themselves there, and it really hurt them.
Here's Gay. Hits the elbow jumper. Gay's got his second bucket of the night. Here is Stuckey. Right now averaging 17 points a game. Over by Conley. Backing down is Wallace. Here's Hamilton. Excellent D there for Mayo. And here are the Grizzlies now. It's a 10-point game. Takes it up. Cuts the score to single digits. Mayo's got his first 2 points of the night. Pistons leading by 8. Here's Stuckey, and he drops it in on the way up. Stuckey's got 6.
It's early, and they still have time to get back in this game before it gets out of hand if they make a couple of adjustments.
Here's Conley. No points for him. Rudy Gay on the wing. He dumps it off. The turnover by Memphis. Grizzlies improved last season, managed 40 wins. That's 16 more than the prior year.
They really came out of the gate strong, but after the strong start, kind of fizzled a bit down the stretch, and then losing Marc Gasol for a period of time hurt him too.
That did hurt him, you're right. Here's Conley. 1:34 left in the first quarter. Let's swing it over to Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, the Grizzlies traded for Zach Randolph prior to last season, and he gave them a big boost. Coach Lionel Hollins said that he was, quote, made to order, and that he fit the team like a glove. O.J. Mayo raved about how he always seemed to be in the right spot at the right time and was able to get the job done without needing the ball. The Grizzlies had some serious offers for Randolph this offseason, and they declined every one of them. They really like what he's brought to the table, gentlemen.
Yeah, good situation for him. Thanks, Doris. Here's Mayo, averaging 12 points a game. Randolph, a screen on Stuckey. Can they get it? Picked by Randolph. Mayo, that's good. Here's Stuckey. He's got 6. Hamilton outside. Wallace down low. And there's the 3-second violation. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. As you look at Memphis. Then for the Pistons, Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Monroe. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Jason Maxiell. Now Conley. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And here's Mayo for 3. The shot misses. Pistons go the other way with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. After a great rookie campaign, a little bit of plateau last year, I thought, for O.J. Mayo.
And his numbers were still pretty good, Kevin. 17.5 points with 4 rebounds a game. But given he put up better numbers as a rookie, you kind of look at it as though he took a step back. But I'm not quite ready to say that was the case.
On the floor for Detroit, Tracy McGrady is out there and Charlie Villanueva. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Ben Gordon and Bynum.
Ooh, he just toasted the defender and then applied the jam. Gave the D a mouthful on that one.
That was definitely worth a second look with our great Sprite Slam Cam. Villanueva with a screen on Mayo. Stuckey passes to McGrady. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. So, Clark, with Mayo, is it what you see is what you think you're going to get already from a number standpoint at least?
You know what? You can become a better player and have your numbers go down or a little sideways. He upped his shooting percentage and had an off year at the free throw line, but I think that's an aberration more than anything. I think he's going to continue to be a high producer as a two-guard. That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
Find him with it. 9 points last game out. Here's Villanueva. Good D by Gasol. And here are the Grizzlies with it, trailing by 10. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Gay. Up high and down hard.
He has the ability to turn every dunk into something special. And that's exactly what he did.
Well, even when you're waiting for a jam like that, it still pulls you away.
Yeah, it's special.
Here's what Memphis has lined up on their schedule. They'll be taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. So both teams changing it up here.
Gordon.
Here's Gordon. Not on the scoreboard yet. Here's Maxeel. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Right around 5 minutes left in the second. Here's Big Daddy from the wing. That's good, and a nice assist from Law. He has 6.
They've dialed up the intensity a notch here. Almost hitting on half of their attempts after struggling with shooting in the first half.
Backing down is Maxeel. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Here's Big Daddy behind the arc. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in. Outside Gordon. And here is Stuckey. 6 points for him. Pass to Prince. Baseline jumper. Tipped. They get it back. Wallace. Good. So it's Memphis now. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. The Pistons, one of the best offensive rebounding teams, Clark, last season in the NBA.
Yeah, they were second in that category, Kevin, but don't let those numbers mislead you. They had an awful lot of offensive rebounds to gobble up because they were one of the worst shooting teams in the league as well.
Well said, partner. Back to Stuckey. Jump off pass. Prince outside. Outside Gordon. From downtown. Kept alive. The second chance effort. Wallace misses.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference.
Here's Big Daddy. The basket good off the assist from Law. 9 points in the game so far.
They're actually looking for a quick fix from the three-point line here. They were a little more hesitant to pull the trigger from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're letting it fly now.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Portland. Long way to go still in the season, but even so, they've got the top spot. And checking out Memphis, more than a few spots below. And the Pistons making a change here. Back to Bynum. Covered by Conley. Stuffed. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Gate gets to Conley. Pass to Mayo. Fires the 3. Scooped up.
He just hasn't been able to get on track in this game. Not like he would like to. He's a much better shooter than he's shown.
Kept alive.
He is so tenacious on the board. How many times have we seen putbacks like that from him?
He can clear out the paint like very few others can.
You know what you might call him, Kevin? A rebounding virtuoso.
Yeah, I like that. That's right. Here's Gay. Shot, no good. So Detroit will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Rudy Gay, a coveted free agent this offseason, Clark, but there was also a sense that he has yet to reach his potential.
I would certainly agree with you there. I mean, he's still a bit one-dimensional right now. An athletic finisher, a good rebounder, and a decent jump shooter. But is that enough to command an elite player-type salary?
Good question. Another miss by Gay.
That leaner's a difficult, tricky shot to knock down, especially in traffic, Kevin.
Right there. No.
Hamilton outside. Goes up. Wallace's shot is good. Wallace has got 10.
Those are just the shots coaches like to see. In close around the basket.
Here's Gay. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting them involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
And let's go to Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have for us?
Well, Kevin, an interesting combination of players for the Detroit Pistons, and there are questions about whether Rip Hamilton and Ben Gordon can work well together. They're both jump shooters who play well off the ball. Gordon said, people are going to say, yeah, those two definitely can't play together. But I look at myself as a combo guard. I see myself being able to exist in the game at the same time as Rip, being able to play off of him and make plays for him. Kevin, we'll see how this tandem works out.
Thank you, Doris.
Trying to find the right combination in the Motor City, that's going to be hard. You know, after some of the great teams they've had to go through this process of finding themselves again. You know, both teams, Kevin, are just about even in terms of giveaways here, so no advantage either way.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Prince backing him down. Now Mayo defending. Prince's shot is good. And the Pistons lead by 8.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
Conley kicks to Mayo. Here's Big Daddy. That falls in on the layup coming off the feed. 11 points in the game.
Oh, what a great look to get it inside. That's the way to find him when he's ready to score.
And the first half is now in the books.
Looking at the game for Ben Wallace, 10 points and 1 assist. Boy, he was...
We got your Wednesday night edition of HP at the Hat. A good one in progress for...
So for the Pistons, Villanueva comes in for Ben Wallace. And Yarebko is subbed in for Jason Maxey. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Big Daddy in at the 4 spot. Rudy Gay is out there with Tony Allen. And it's Marc Gasol and Randolph. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Takes it up, and he finishes with a one-handed dunk.
He was never going to let anyone else near that rebound. That was his ball from the word go.
You know, he doesn't waste any time, turn the rebound into 2 points just like that.
Well, he worked so hard to get it, he should score it.
Who's blocking him? Young leave Rip open on the wing.
Here's Hamilton. The steal.
It's so easy to get the ball stolen, Kevin, if you're not paying attention. You got to keep your head locked into the defense and the game.
Here's Allen. He dishes it. Here's Big Daddy. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Well, it's clear they've got the advantage on the boards in this one, Kevin.
Stuckey with it.
I see him.
Zach Randolph covering. And here is Villanueva from downtown. And that is good. And the Pistons lead by 4. Just over 5 minutes left in the third. The Grizzlies almost a 500 team last season, Clark.
And they fattened up on wins against the Eastern Conference at 18-12 in interconference play. And that's the start of developing when you're a young team, beating the teams you should be able to beat.
Here's Stuckey. He's got 6. Pass to Hamilton. With the floater. And finish up with a nice layup. Hamilton's got 10. Clark, the Grizzlies, one of those young, precocious teams that can catch you off guard if you don't come prepared.
Yeah, they've got a lot of talent. I mean, you look at Zach Randolph and Rudy Gay. Those guys can put the ball in the basket. They're not world beaters, but against the East, they've got to be respected.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Big Daddy. It's rebounded by Stuckey. Pistons leading by 4. Gasol covering. Now you're ready. Here is Villanueva. Fades back. Another 3 for Detroit.
He's got major range, partner. You don't expect a big man to exhibit that kind of three-point shooting ability.
Now Allen. Here's Big Daddy. No luck on the three-point attempt. And here are the Pistons now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. 7-point differential. The Pistons, you know, Clark, traded away Chauncey Billups with the idea that Stuckey could assume the reins of the point guard position.
It hasn't quite unfolded the way they hoped it would. Part of it is because Stuckey is a combo guard. He's not really a true point. I love what he brings to the table, though. Physicality, the ability to score. I think he's got to refine his perimeter shot and the three-point shot, and then continue to grow in his decision-making as a point guard. But I like his potential going forward.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Carroll's checked in, and it's Mayo in for Rudy Gay. The Pistons making a switch here. Conley with it. 5 points in the game. To the wing. Picked him clean.
He got too casual with the ball there, and it led to a steal.
Here's Bynum. Can't get it to go. And it's Memphis the other way. 2:55 left in the third quarter. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. They'll be playing the Magic, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Here's Bynum. Covered by Conley. Pulls the trigger. Again, the Pistons good for 2. Here is Conley. 11-point game.
Post it. Get him. Left. Who's blocking him? Shoot that.
Here's Big Daddy. He's got 11. Count the baseline J. 13 points in the game.
Boy, sharing the sugar, spreading the wealth, that's a good team effort.
Conley against Bynum.
Hey, get there.
Maxiel with it.
Who's watching him?
He's covered by Randolph. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Won't. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
We have a special guest tonight. Born and raised in Vancouver, a survivor of cancer, who's now back and better than ever. Get on your
Both teams deciding to change it up.
noise for Grizz. How about your Grizz girls, guys? Give it up.
And here are the Grizzlies now, trailing by 5. Kept alive. Here's Maxiel. Connects from in close.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
On the floor for Detroit. They've got Wilcox. Find him out there with Ben Gordon. Then there's Jason Maxiel and McGrady.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfect.
Allen against Bynum. Here's McGrady. Outside Gordon. Shot clock at 4, and it's Maxiel, no good.
The D served it up on the platter, and he still wasn't able to convert. He's got to be disappointed.
And here is Allen. Here's Big Daddy. Just 5 on the clock. Unloads from 9. Again, Memphis.
He's not normally a prolific scorer, but he's given them a big lift in this one.
The Pistons leading. Now Bynum. Maxiel with it. McGrady. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Here's Big Daddy, defended by Maxiel. Randolph against McGrady. Here's Big Daddy. 3 on the clock. Good. 20 points for him.
The intensity level has really picked up here in the second half.
And it's the Pistons with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's McGrady. That's good, and it's Bynum with the assist. McGrady's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Big Daddy. The beat, defended by Maxiel. Here's Big Daddy, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Jason Maxiel.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
Grizzlies making a switch. And a different look here for the Pistons. Ben Wallace, he's checked in for Wilcox. Prince comes in for McGrady. Richard Hamilton's checked in for Ben Gordon. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Will Bynum.
Well, you know, it hasn't been much of a contest under the boards, Kevin. They're pulling them all down. They're controlling that area of the game.
The and one is good, so a 3-point play that time. Here is Conley. Under 5 minutes left in the 4th. Here's Big Daddy. Wallace covering. Poked away. Randolph backs in. Here's Big Daddy. Rodney Stuckey covering. Nails the turnaround jumper. He's got 22.
He's just too quick for his man. Left him in the rearview mirror and knocked it down.
Hamilton outside to the right wing. Gay against Prince. The baseline Che, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Here is Conley. Maxiel against Randolph. Here's Big Daddy, just fine on the clock. Randolph inside. It's rolled in by Maxiel. Pistons leading by 7. And here is Stuckey. Prince, right side. Richard Hamilton on the wing. Over Mayo. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. Here's Mayo. Just over 3 minutes left in the game. Stuckey against Conley. Pass to Gay. Back to Conley. Hamilton pulls it in.
Well, they've got the lead, and they're controlling the glass. Right now, they have a +10 rebound advantage.
Got that one up quick. 24 points for him. Here is Stuckey. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're winning by 7. 2:47 left in the 4th. Marc Gasol's checked in for Memphis.
like you're getting the ball out there enough? And do you like to let the offense come to you, or do you feel more comfortable when you're the one calling the shots?
See, I'm a go with the flow kind of guy. I'm not really one to be constantly impressing my will on the rest of the team. I'll do it if it's needed, but this is a team game. It's not just about me. Most of the time, we're going to be at our best when we're setting things up like we work on in practice. So I'll take the ball as much as I can get it in the flow of the offense. Sometimes that's a lot, sometimes not so much, but I'm cool with that.